Keep on and, oh my God.
Something.
Whole evening about that.
What is your favorite place in Nepal?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Namaste, my name is Aaron Vikram. So as we have a very special guest. We have Dr. Peter Rice from Alaska, USA. So sir, would you like to introduce yourself a bit?
Absolutely. Well, my name is Peter Rice, and I'm a general internal medicine doctor from Alaska, which is a state in the state of the United States. And I've been down here at Devdaha Medical College for the last maybe 9 days volunteering. It's my second time at Devdaha, and I've enjoyed, since I stopped working full-time as a doctor 2 years ago, volunteering. And I volunteer at Lumbini Medical College in Tansen and here at Devdaha. And it's with an organization, a nonprofit from the United States, and the model is sending Western clinicians over to lower resource countries and helping teach in medical colleges, medical schools. So I'm really I've had a great time here the last 9 days. It's been really busy, but it's been a blast, and tomorrow I leave and start my way home.
Yes, sir. So first of all, sir, I would like to thank you very much for accepting to just talk with us.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
So yes, sir. So since you have a really long experience as a doctor, you said 36 years, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So that's even more than my own age.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just 22. So what are some of your best experience till now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can think of, there's a variety of individual patient experiences, but before I pick out maybe a few of those, I think just in general, the career of medicine for me has been really a fun and meaningful career, because in medicine you have the ability to relate to people from all walks of life, and you're being with them when they're in a very vulnerable spot in their life. They're sick, and so you have sort of an instant connection with them, and most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you can actually help them and make them feel better. So just in general, that's why I've enjoyed medicine. I think, I can think of any number of cases where I was able to save somebody's life in the intensive care unit, giving somebody, or in the emergency room, for example, a young guy came in with a massive heart attack, and he was only, in his 40s, and so luckily it all worked out. We gave him all the appropriate medications, and then he got medevac to a bigger hospital and was able to heal up from that and still be a carpenter. But if we had not been able to help him, he would have been a cripple the rest of his life. I've taken care of a lot of patients with cancer, and that's also very rewarding. Sometimes you can cure them, but just trying to help them through such a tough illness. Yeah, I guess those are just some of the thoughts that come to my mind. So.
Yes, sir. That's great. So since you said that you have been practicing as a medical professional in USA and in Nepal. So do you find any changes here in Nepal and in the US?
Yeah, I mean, it's much different here, both the medical education system as well as the practice of medicine.
Yes, sir.
I think if we just start with talking about how medical education is different, I think there's what I've observed in Nepal, which I assume is a lot like the Indian medical education system, but there's really high expectations for the students to work really hard and do a lot of book learning and a lot of memorization. And so you guys know more book knowledge than we do at the same levels, right?
Yes.
And the professors likewise are amazing in how much they know. and can retrieve it immediately. You know, like I was kidding. Seems like most of the professors, I would call them a walking Harrison's textbook. I mean, they can tell you on page, 932, it says this.
Yes, sir.
A little different in our country, but another big difference is that in our country, most recently, the medical schools have changed, and the medical students start doing clinical things the very first year. So it's kind of cool. They actually start to learn just a little bit of physical exam, or at least history taking, on the very first year, and they have clinical rotations. Like maybe they go to a clinic, one day every other week, and they start to have patients in their first year. So it helps them put together the whole idea rather than just the book learning.
Yes, sir.
And so that's a big difference. In terms of the difference of practice of medicine,
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's so much different, and it's hard to kind of how to peel the onion there, but I think we're blessed in our country, at least where I live, because we have, of course, really modern technology. You can imagine we have a well-equipped hospital, and we have electronic medical records, so there's no writing in the charts. It's all either dictating or typing. But also the patients, we have a lot of poor patients, but I'm lucky because I work at a Catholic charity hospital, and so if the patients can't pay, the charity hospital pays. So it's not like here you have to negotiate with the patient and say, can I order a CT scan? Will you allow me to do that? Or I need to put you on this medicine that's expensive, or get these other lab tests that are expensive. And because the patients don't have much resources here, it's all in negotiation. You guys know the right thing to do, but you have to negotiate with the patients in order to do that. And we don't have that, so I feel lucky. But,
Okay. So, have you ever been to any other places as well, sir? Except from Nepal and...
Oh, yeah. Well, I do volunteer in Cambodia as well, doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
And there are some differences of Cambodia and Nepal. Cambodia is a low-resource country, but it's got a strong economy, kind of like Vietnam and Thailand. And so they're rapidly leaving the low-income category of a country, and they're going to be middle income by 2030 or something. So they have the same challenges, though, with the patients have no money and they can't pay for things, but it's not quite as tough there as it is here. In terms of the cultures, one of the reasons I keep coming back to Nepal is that Nepali people, I think, are some of the nicest people in the world. And for me, it's all about the people here. And Cambodia is right up there. They're also super nice. This is kind of an aside, you can do with it what you want, but I was, a half hour ago, I was riding around on a motorcycle with a young guy that I just met while I was out for my walk, and he worked in India, and he mentioned how different it is being in India and how the people weren't as friendly. And I thought, that's right, because when I land in Delhi, suddenly not everybody's smiling like they are in Nepal. It's just like, this has changed. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
but so that's the only other place I've worked as a doctor.
Okay, okay. So if you would be able to talk to a young self who just entered the medical college, so what advices would you give for him to have a better medical journey?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys, it appears that you study really hard, and there's a high expectations for you, and
Yes, sir.
and so that, of course, you have to study hard, like you're doing. But I think trying to say yes to any opportunity that is coming your way, even if you're tired, like if you have an opportunity to go observe a surgery in the OR, or go observe a procedure that somebody's doing, just the more you can be exposed to any of the slices of medicine, even if you're never going to be a surgeon, go in the operating room and see what it looks like, because it helps you put everything together. What else, if I was a young man? I don't know, I guess Yeah, I guess those are the kind of key advice. You also have to take care of yourself, which I know you guys know, but just try not to get burned out. That's a simple thing to say, but you've got to take a little time to take care of yourself. One thing that's worked for me, to be quite honest, is to get a lot of exercise. It's hard to find the time to exercise, but if you can, take a walk or go for a bicycle ride or play some football every so often or go to a gym if there's a gym around, it helps clear your brain up because your brain starts to just kind of be,
Pumped up.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I guess that would be it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we're actually trying to follow those as well. So all the four of us are actually trying to join the gym. So it's actually been 2 days since we started joining the gym.
Great.
And there are other friends as well who are more involved into things other than education, such as my friend Arav. He's actually the president of AMR, Antimicrobial Resistance Club.
Okay.
So it's, I guess it's an NGO club if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay.
And so like my friend Firoz as well, he is actually a marathon runner. And
oh wow.
Yeah. He used to do a lot of some of the cross country runs as well, but within Nepal.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's
so
great.
yes, sir. As for myself as well, I used to play quite a bit, a lot of sports. So we have guys in Susil here who used to play cricket a lot.
Cricket or football.
Yes, sir. So we're actually trying to explore ourselves elsewhere as well.
No, it'll keep you from getting burned out.
Yes,
because if all you do is study and sleep, it's not good.
Yes, sir. That's right.
So hello, sir. My name is Arav, and I'll be continuing the remaining part of the podcast.
Excellent.
So I have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
What is something that you love most about your hometown, like Alaska?
That I love about my hometown in Alaska? Well, that's easy. I could talk all evening about that. Yeah, but no, Alaska is a special place, and one of the things that makes it special is that it's still very wild, and it's not much changed by people or civilization. So there's huge areas right behind my town, for example, that are wilderness, and so we see, wonderful things like animals and whales and other sea creatures commonly. Like I mentioned earlier at one of the lectures, but I actually can sometimes see whales from my house, or they see some whales from the hospital rooms. And sometimes in the winter, I've heard howling a pack of wolves, which are a wild animal, right in the forest, behind the town. It's clean air, clean water, of course. And then there's an abundance of fish that you can catch yourself to eat. So that's great. And it's a small town, and like in America, all Americans aren't as friendly as they are, as everyone in Nepal is. But you will find in America that if you go to a small town, people are pretty friendly, and they take care of each other when there's difficulty. Some people will pitch in and help out pretty easily. So I think those are the things that I like about my town.
Okay, thank you, sir. Since you mentioned earlier about the culture in Nepal, when you first came to Nepal, what was the first cultural shock that you experienced? Like a difference in culture?
The difference? Oh my gosh.
Something you'd like to mention?
Yeah, well, where to start? Again, I hammer on this, but I think the most wonderful thing about Nepal culturally is, again, the fact that really it appears to me that nobody's a stranger in Nepal, that you guys talk to each other, even if you don't know each other.
Yeah.
And like I went with some, residents up in Lumbini. We went up for a hike up to the top of a hill nearby, and there was an observation platform. And, some other people walk up and immediately they're talking. They don't know them. And that doesn't happen in America because I guess it just has to do with the trust and friendliness most of the time that you have with each other. So that's pretty amazing. And then I guess culturally, another thing that I think is so cool here is that you still have multi-generational families that live together. And people in America just couldn't imagine that, but it seems like it's hugely beneficial in many ways to have that large multi-generational family unit, especially for the children getting raised, and just the connection. In America, you grow up, you get married, and then you move 1,000 miles away from your parents and see them twice a year. So.
Well, okay, so would you like to tell us something about, like, what is your favorite place in Nepal?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I guess I would have to say, believe it or not, it's going to be Humla. I was blessed. Some of you know this, but I was blessed to be able to go to the Himalaya 4 different month-long trips doing medical camps before COVID. And the last one in 2019, we were in Humla and did a month of hiking in very remote parts of that province of Nepal. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And so if I had to choose.
Well, that was I think, very good choice, I would say, because Humla is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, so like we are toward the end of the podcast, and my last question would be, what would be something that you'd like to say to the faculty members and the students at DMC? Something that, like, you know, a goodbye message, or you would say a good message?
Well, I guess I would just say thanks to everybody for allowing me to come here and making my time here really rewarding and fun. I've been really busy, but everyone's been very encouraging and accommodating, and I have big appreciation for how hard everybody works here. So I guess just keep on, and I'll see you back in a year.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
All right.
It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm back again with Dr. Peter sir. So at the end of this video, so I would like to thank sir for giving us the time and giving us your time to be present here, and for us being able to make this podcast. And also I would like to thank Mr. Subhas. He is actually the man behind the camera, and he's been working hard. And I would also like to thank Sumantha as well. He's always here supporting us.
Nice.
And so yeah, I guess that's a wrap then. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Great.
Namaste. So my name is Aaron Vikram Gurung. I'm from okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
A bit nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. Done?
Well, I'm back again with our Dr. Peter Ressa. So at the end, so I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a very great. Sorry, I'll just do it one last time. I'm just very confused which words to
Sure,
put.
sure. I get it. Yeah. Can we stop for a second and start over? Where do you want me to look? Do you want me to just be looking at you, or?
We can do that.
While you can look over there. While talking, you can look over there.
Okay, so kind of back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
With your phone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's start over.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So, okay.
Yeah.
What? Asla, thank you, sir.
Good.
Yeah.